Welcome to my channel. This is an emergency info blast video, and I will describe what that means. What this means is that some big controversy or information has just come out. That means I have to instantly talk about it, as opposed to the regular videos where I put out that are about new and unique content, where they can come out whenever. So, for clarification, this will be something of a Dragon Ball Z recap on Clyde's video, someone who is innately involved in the situation, and it is a 3-hour video. If you have the time or want to spend the time on that, then you should, and the link will be in the description. But I will be taking roughly 3 hours and turning that into about 15 minutes. So, today's blast is going to be about Seth the Programmer, a YouTuber who once had over 1 million subscribers and is now down to about 980k. He's most known for his power scaling videos. Most content is centered around anime, and more specifically Naruto and Bleach. Yet he also branched out a little further with things such as popular shows and people. So, I used to actually watch Seth the Programmer, and that was back when he used to do collabs with Nuxtaku and Swag Kage. From the surface level, there seemed to be nothing wrong. That used to be a trio I greatly enjoyed watching. And in the same fashion, with everyone else on YouTube, you come to realize that people aren't always the same as they are on YouTube as they are in real life. Often, that does not, well, and of course, that doesn't apply to everyone. Some people genuinely are themselves, but certainly it does that to a lot of people. And at first, I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt just because I'd viewed him before. Yet, as more things come out, it became more obvious. Now, to enter with some prior allegations. This happened 8 months ago, and he was accused of being a pedophile. The proof was, according to some of his closest friends, very watertight, and yet, despite those allegations, almost 8 months ago, he has soldiered on and hasn't really lost views or anything like that. Kind of that average YouTuber mindset. If I go on long enough without talking about it, eventually, people will just forget about it. Now, the allegations that are coming towards Clyde, or from Clyde, are very serious. I will say that nothing he has said has been illegal per se, but it is still super serious, as it is more of a moral dilemma than a legal dilemma. Now, basically, the first part of the video is about Seth is that Seth is, according to Clyde, always bringing people, or I guess befriending people who are troubled and using them. This seems to be on more than one account, and includes Clyde himself. He also enjoys having extreme control of situations, and is also extremely explosive, so to speak. So when someone does something he doesn't like, he explodes at them. This is a very common theme with manipulators and people of that nature. And while a disclaimer is I am not a psychologist, I do believe that he is a major manipulator, especially seemingly to those who are closest to him. This description also majorly lines up with the textbook definition of a manipulator. A textbook definition is manipulation in psychology is a behavior designed to exploit, control, or otherwise influence others to one's advantage. And as him, in the same fashion, uses and holds things over his friends to exploit, control, and influence them extremely greatly to his advantage. Basically a textbook definition of a manipulator. So, some prime examples that happen to Clyde include a lot. So, whether it be holding the fact that he has given money to Clyde over his head, using his friends and the people around him to manipulate him, doxing him, or even the emotional manipulation that he has done is still not the end. The accusations just fucking continue. Somehow there's just always more. Just when I thought the video would be about over, it just kept going. He is still, he is again, I guess is a better word, accused of talking to an underage person. And here's some evidence from Clyde, and while I can't confirm it, I don't know why Clyde would include that if it weren't inherently true. Now, some other allegations that he is also facing involved a video that he put out around a month ago called Bleach versus Naruto, or it may be called Ichigo versus Naruto. I'm a little muddy. This video is a banger of a fan animation. It fucking slaps. It is so good. I watched it. Yet it has a darker history behind it, whether it be vastly underpaying Omar, the person who put it together, or throwing tantrums when things didn't go his way. He found a way to also cancel the entire animation because they released a trailer but not the animation. So he basically cancels the entire animation, takes the Patreon down, which essentially means that he already has the money and it's not going to be returned to the people. And that means that collectively tens of thousands of dollars, or even some people say up to like 100K, is just gone with the wind. Presumably he still has it, but you know. So with all of this, there can't be more, right? Well, you would still yet again be wrong. He has also been using a lot of people's services, I guess, and not paying them. Not that they expected him to pay them, but that's still like not really cool because Clyde, he so basically Clyde edited hundreds of videos for him in total, and he didn't really pay Clyde for any of them. I mean, he loaned him some money, but that was aside from the work. He didn't really pay him that much for the videos. And he also manipulated other people besides Clyde, which includes some notable characters such as Swag, Chuck, and Omar. These are all people who have been believed to be in contact with Seth for a while, and from what Clyde has told us, they are all experiencing the same things, or for some, even worse. Whether it be insinuation that they are mentally ill, that something is wrong with them, which is textbook gaslighting, even once trying to make Clyde homeless, and threatening to go after him for the money that he gave Clyde. And these are all just really despicable actions because at the end of the day, he was not only manipulating people, he was manipulating friends and people who believed in him and people that trusted in him. And oftentimes that's how manipulation happens. It's often the person who I guess you least expect, you know. But at the end of the day, he may be an entertaining YouTuber or person, but he is terrible to the people around him, and especially terrible to people who are friends with him. And I do hope that this doesn't just blow over like every other time he's been accused of something, or really any YouTuber is accused of something. I hope people don't just forget this. And if he ever does find help, I do hope people may learn to forgive him, but not forget the actions that he has done. With that said, the emergency info blast video comes to an end. Subscribe for more. If you liked, like the video. Thanks for watching. See you next time I upload. Bye.